What's good, fool? It's Big Papa Clay, aka Rice Stone. We back. In this week's episode of Handheld King, we'll be seeing how the PS Vita matches up against other handhelds. What was great about it? What was trifling about it? And since we just visited the 3DS, it's only fitting to see what Sony was up to. And let me tell you, Sony was in the lab. They was cooking, and they whipped up this ill elixir called the PS Vita. If you're interested in picking up any of these custom handhelds, head on over to Uncle Clay's Arcade, fool, where we got the illest custom handhelds on the market. Let's start off with the positives and the things that Sony got right. The OLED screen is immaculate, and for the time there was basically no other kit on the planet that had an OLED screen. We're looking at a 4-core ARM CPU, specifically the Cortex A9 core. The graphics on the PS Vita are quite ill, and even to this day I was quite surprised about the fidelity, and it has a great control scheme. What's weird though, looking back on it, when I was in middle school around the time this released, I don't remember seeing anybody rocking the PS Vita. But that $250 price tag, including the proprietary storage, you're looking at almost more than $300. Adjust for inflation, that's a pretty expensive console. Even though it was pretty technologically advanced for the time, it all came down to price. It's the same situation with virtual reality. The games were cool, they were pretty ill, but they weren't full console games. We didn't see that until the Nintendo Switch. But at the end of the day, let's not get it twisted, let's not get it f***ed up, fool. PS Vita is in the running to be the top handheld ever released. And if you f with the PSP, this is basically the ultimate PSP. It runs faster, it looks nicer. You know, the PSP is still very elite. Think about that shit. It came out 20 years ago. You could find a pretty clean, unmodded PSP for around $100. In my personal opinion, to this day, in that category, the emulation retro handheld space has yet to pull something that can beat the PSP. With the PS Vita, it's a little different. It's a little more expensive. You might be looking at $200, $300 if you want one that's modded, kitted out, and such. There's plenty of videos hypothesizing why it didn't succeed, but I'm just happy that it exists. Right now, you can go pick one up, mod it yourself, and have a very ill custom handheld able to play a plethora of games. Pretty much an endless supply. You have 2 generations worth of games to play, plus you got all of the retro consoles that you can load on there, and also it's gonna have that premium Sony build quality, glass OLED panel, good buttons. You really can't hate on the PS Vita. That is one tragic thing about the PS Vita not succeeding in 2011 is we didn't see another predecessor, which just would have been even greasier. You know how cool it would have been in middle school popping out with the PS Vita? Minecraft on deck, Grand Theft Auto on deck. In my personal humble opinion, there are 3 things that the PS Vita got wrong. The launch price of $250 back in 2012, the proprietary storage that was very expensive, and this is just a personal thing, the UI is straight garbage, yo fool. The OLED screen, quite immaculate graphics, good control scheme, makes for a magnificent gameplay experience, fool, and I recommend you pick one up when you have the time. And lately there has been leaks and rumors about Sony releasing a brand new handheld, which is very exciting. Think about what today's hardware could do. Combining DLSS and AI upscaling, there's a very good possibility that we could have PS4, PS5 games on a handheld, which would be greasy. Think about it, that shit would be pretty crazy. And with the Steam Deck basically proving the market, I believe it's giving Sony and even Microsoft the confidence to take another crack at it. Indeed, folk. What do you think about the PS Vita? What was your favorite game on the PS Vita? What was your favorite memory with the PS Vita? Let me know down in the comments, fool. I appreciate you spending a little time with me today. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.